Hello. I'm not sure this is working right or not, but I'm trying something different. First thing I'll talk about is the dateless Morgan here and the Churchill coin. Now, in all my videos, this Churchill coin, not this one, but I would set this on a stack of them and I would put these on the backdrop. Now, the actual one I used of Churchill coins for a long time was one that I sent to New Silver Stacker. And he has the very coin from my set I used probably for the last 6 months. This one's okay. I mean, it's the same coin. Won't make any difference. This is a gold-plated silver bar. Here's the big box of Morgans. All right. It is a 9-inch guardhouse box. It starts with an 1878 Carson City. And goes on to just a regular 1878, kind of high grade, a little bit of chatter on it, not too bad. And go to an 1878S that's pretty nice. Then another one that's not quite as nice. Then we go to the 1879. I have an O. It's pretty nice too. You can see mint luster on it. An 1880. That isn't too bad. 1880S. That's reasonably reflective, but I've got a better one. It's not in the box right now. An 1881. 1881O, that's kind of nice. 1881S, that's pretty good. 1882O, I like that one quite a bit. 1882S, 1883S, O, 1884, 1884S, 1885, 1886, 87, 88, 89, 1890 Carson City, heavily worn, but you can still see the Carson City on it quite well. 1890, another 1890 that's a little better. 1890S, an 1891. It's not too bad, and you'll get the price. Well, I bought this one a while back. That's why it's only $28. Their cheapest price I've seen for now is about 38, 36, maybe. One of the large coin dealer places online. This one seems pretty expensive to me, but by the time you get to the 1892, the country's getting ready, well, was starting to enter a major current, monetary crisis. So after 1892, 1893, I do not have one. And I do not have an 1895 either. A couple 1896s. 1897. And 97S, that is kind of nice. 1898. 1898, another one that's a little bit pricey. This one I bought at a different coin dealer. I only went once so far, but he had quite a few Morgans. This one's pretty nice. You can see the really bad scar mark on her face. But The other 1898 I have on a lot of my videos is upstairs. There's a 1900 and an 1891 well, hi old country coin collector, how's it going? This isn't going to be a very long stream. I'm just kind of playing around with it and trying to figure out how to get it to work, and apparently I've gotten it to work since you're seeing this. 1903 yes, it's kind of worn quite a bit and kind of pricey. Don't know why I bought that one. In 1904, which is not in real bad shape. 1921D. You notice the price on that, $26.50. So I bought that one a while back. And then an look at the price on that one. 1921S for $21. There's no way that you could get it that cheap today. In fact, I think they're 34 something for 21s. And this one's probably around fine. Not much mint luster left on it. Probably been clean too. And now we're off to the piece dollars. This one's my more beat up 1921. The rest of the boxes, I'll put them this way. Just start showing them one at a time real quick. 22D. Oh, this isn't focusing the way I want it to. 1922, kind of toned. But I've got one coin from each year with a piece dollar. Oh, look at that price. $19. Well, that's a good price. $25 each for Morgans or piece. Or does it really matter? Because I got this 24. It's $18.50. I bought it probably a couple years ago. This one I don't remember when I bought it, but $21.50. It's been a while. That's good. If you can get Morgan dollars and they're not totally slicked out or not messed up like this one with the date gone, then you've done well, because around here, about as cheap as they are, $34, $35. This 25 one's in pretty good shape. You can still see mint luster on it. It's a nice one. And I'll get back in the box. Oh, the 22 and 23 are very common. You know, you can get piece dollars. Oh, look at this one. You can see some mint luster on it too. Now, all these coins, there's a 26S. Now, by the time you get to this year, 27, and most of the 26s, the mintage starts dropping quite a bit. Now this one's got some kind of mark right there. I don't know what that is. It's kind of pricey too, but it's a lower, mintage. And the 28S, Philadelphia one, well, it just popped this and then it just went away. There it is, right there. The 28S, 28 Philadelphia is only 360,000. My one coin dealer recommended that if you buy one of those, you should buy a graded one to make sure it's not messed with. Now, you may wonder why there's a big gap here. That's because from 28 to 34, there were no piece dollars. And this one is a decent shape. I got a 34S, it's not real bad. And another 34S. I've kind of taken to buying these 34 and 35 piece dollars when I see them, because their mintages are only around $1 million to almost $2 million tops for each mint. And you want to You want to get the more rare date ones because they have more potential to, you know, appreciate. This one's a little pitted, but not too bad. Now, 35S, kind of worn, but this one, the last one in the box, it's pretty nice. It's scratched up a bit, but I can get it to just tipping the light right. You can start seeing the mint luster going around the coin. It's pretty nice. But in this box, there's probably just over 60 dollar coins. Of the box, you can order them boxes online. And sometimes your coin dealer might have some they'd sell for a couple of dollars or so. I bought a few of them that were only $1. Here, I'm going to pull another box. This box over here. This is the one that you're going to like a lot, I'm assuming. Especially if you like your really old coins. Because in this, well, we'll just pull up the first couple and you'll see what I'm talking about. Oh yeah, Flying Eagle cents. Couple of them. Now they made them in 1856, but there's only 2,000. You're unlikely to get any of them. Let's pull a couple more out and see what we come up. Oh yeah, mint air, well off struck, and a 2-cent coin. Another 2-cent coin. But here, this is the oldest U.S. coin I actually own. Well, there's one right here. Look at this one. It's a bit beat up, but you can 1833 bust. Well, it's a capped. I think it's capped bust, but whatever. That's a pretty old coin, 10 cent. Now, after that, we go into half times. 1855 with barrels, 1857. Yeah, that wasn't too bad of a price for that one. $12. And I've been buying these when I can find them. They're not very common. You have to be a bigger dealer usually to have them. This is the first coin I ever made a video for. You know, it's had $20 and I kind of laughed at that price because this is not even good. It's pitted badly and worn a lot. But you know, and I got a second 1841. It's heavily worn too, though. It cost me more. Well, this one, it's obliterated. The date, I think it's an 1850. It looks like a 0 and that looks like a 5, but it's beat up. You see the price? I got it for $2. And I was like, you know, I'm going to get this for $2. It's been holed too, so you can see the hole right there. But here's one of my nicer looking ones. 1852. Now, look at the price, though. These get expensive, especially when they start going up in value. That's a fine grade. It's $24. These are the expensive ones. No, there's another beat up one. It's had a lot of damage, but $2.50. I'm like, you know, it's a piece of history. You can see the date enough to know it's got arrows too, but interesting story about that was they changed the weight of the coins and somebody had a hissy fit and added the arrows in there just to make it different. And they're not, you know, some of them have them, most of them don't. Now we start getting out to the 1875 ones. This one's pitted a little, but I'm getting close. Here it is, a Carson City one. Oh, I'm getting these from coin dealers. You're not likely to find these in a bag of loose coins. This one's the kind that has the CC in the reef. And I've told my coin dealer I'd like to get one that's a little bit better because this one It's worn quite bad on the back. I want a nicer looking one. It was $22. And a little bit better, I might be able to get one that looks a little bit better for 25, maybe 30. And I'd do that. Well, this one they say is very good. I don't know if I totally agree with that. I mean, the back is, I don't know. But, you know, that's what it is. This one was 15 bucks. It's in 1876. And they put very good on it. And the middle part of the dime is worn. Let's see what's next. Another Carson City. And they put good on it. It's $32 coin. I got this at a coin show. In fact, that other one that had the round sticker here was at a coin show too. But most of these other ones came from our coin dealer's been in business a long time now. I got this one. I'm like, you know, this one's really nice. Real nice. Just have a good look at that, because that's a piece of history. Well, and this one's a nice looking one too. It was $29. You can see the full Liberty on it. That's why I put fine to extra fine. If you can't see the full Liberty, it won't get that grade. And the back is pretty sharp. And then you go on through the 1880 ones. I got this one from a different coin dealer that I've just recently been buying from. And this one, it says it has full Liberty on it, but I'd have to get out a loop or something. And then we have this one, 1889 dime. A little bit beat up, a little bit cheaper than the other one I just pulled. 1890. This comes from the dealer I usually buy from. And he always tells me when he marks down these prices, he says, yeah, the guy's putting 1850 on these coins. He wants to look at these coins. I want to sell them. And I'm sitting there thinking, yeah, I can't argue if you're there, because I don't think I would have bought this for 1850, but I might have anyway. There's another one. This one's a little bit nicer and a little bit more expensive. And now they stopped making Seated Liberty coins in 1891. And I have some of them for 1891 as well, at least two of them. This one's not real bad. And then Seated dime here is 11 bucks. It's scratched up. That's a pretty bad scratch right there by the arm. We have another dime that's 5 bucks. It's got a lot of wear and a bad stain on it or something. Now, this is one you don't see often. This is a 20-cent piece, 1875 S, and it says 20 cents on there. The S is right down there by the foot. Maybe there, you can see it pretty good, the S. Now, the price on this, I don't know how well you can read that, but it's $115. Any other date, any other mint of these is extremely expensive. And there's a quarter that was $9. I'm like, you know, I can hardly get barber dime quarters now for less than about 8 bucks. And then you got an 1858 for 7. I bought these a while back when silver was lower than it is right now. But here's an 1876 that's practically totally gone. You can read the date when the light hits it right. But it is heavily worn. And this is one I was digging through my collection a while back, and I didn't even remember buying it. That's how funny that is. Now, let's see what's next. 1876 Carson City. That's a pretty nice one. Let's see if I can get it to focus in the light there. You can see the Carson City. That's a nice one. Now, today I bought some Standing Liberty quarters for 6 bucks. So if I ever saw one of these for 6 bucks again, you can bet I'll be buying it. I'm guessing this would probably be $8 or $10 today. Now, where did this go? It goes right here. Now, wait 1 second. Have a look at that one. That's a nice coin. It's a beaut. Anyway, I've been trying to see if I can get a live stream to work, and it looks like I've been able to succeed. And that's a real nice barber dime there. Very fine. Real sharp details left on that one. Let's see, is anybody else in the chat right now? Don't know. Anyway, let's go on to the next coin. This is another pretty nice barber dime. About fine grade. It was only $7.50. I have a feeling it'd be a little higher today. I bought it about 1.5 years ago. It's got really good details left. There's a key date. Mercury dime, 1921. And this one is in pretty good shape. It's starting to lose the rim a little bit. You know, $25. If it's much better, it'd be a lot more expensive. Yeah, you see this one? Louis, or Luis, however you pronounce that. That's a nice one too. Let's see what's back here. 31S. This is extra fine. I still see some mint luster on it. Yes, this is my first live. I've not been able to get this to work before. I don't know why. Oh, that's a beaut. The story about this one. Went to the coin dealer and he had this, and I picked it up out of the box and was looking. You can see the mint luster going on it nicely. Now, looking a lot closer, it has a little pitting on it. But I'm looking at it, and this other guy who buys a lot of coins, I've been pulling coins out of the dealer's box and showing them to him. Because, are you going to buy that? And when I said no, he took them and bought them. He kept buying them for several weeks. He was helping the coin dealer at this weekend thing. So when I bought this one, I was like, he said, are you buying that? I said, yes. Instead of saying no, I'm just going to buy it. You know, another guy looked at it, he wanted to buy it too. This is a nice looking barber quarter. It's a bit wear. The back looks kind of nice though. And we're getting back into this little ways. There's a 1928 Standing Liberty that's in. Better than, probably very good, maybe fine. I'd have to study up on what details go on these before I can say it really is very fine. There's a 29. This is very good. Let's just see this other one back here. Put them up and look at them side by side. Have a good look at that. And then, well, this one's a little bit better looking than that one, isn't it? Clearly. It's got a little more detail. So this might be a fine coin. This is very fine. 30S, and it's pretty nice. Now, to go from very fine, it's $11 coin. The coin dealer I bought. Yeah, hello, Mr. Exclusive. Yeah. Oh, Coin Country Collector. This is my first live. Look at this one. When you go from like a very fine one, it's the same year. This coin dealer says the bid was $12 at the time. $11. Now, if you look at this one closely, see that price written on there? That's $78. And the guy knocked $3 off of it. Now, if you had one of these that was mint state graded, they'd probably be over 150. They skyrocket. The reason why, this is right before the Depression, or actually this one's during the Depression, and everybody needed money to eat. So if you need money to eat, you're going to spend your money, and it's going to circulate. Now this is first year in the Washingtons. It's an estimate. They made, if I remember correctly, it's 408,000, which is an astronomically low number for a Washington quarter. Now, I have a 32D, which is also in the 400 range, 400,000. It's a very low mintage for Washington quarters. I'll go back a little further. This is my nice box. This is the box of non-common or higher grade stuff. That's a nice looking one there. It's old enough that, and it's right around the World War II happened right after they made this. Well, if we entered in it anyway. And, there's a $50 fine details. It says the details probably means they consider it cleaned, and I'm not going to disagree. It probably has had something done with it. O Mint, New Orleans, but it's got some detail left. A lot of these are just totally wiped. I've got a Walker here that's 39D. It's in really nice shape. I'd have to say it's probably AU maybe, or if not, it's extra fine at least. It seems like it has enough mint luster left on it that it would probably go as a AU. Sorry, I'm a little bit of a brain fart. I'm not used to talking in a video this long. Most of my videos are 35 to 40 seconds. Yeah, interesting thing about the 1970, it's this is like an uncirculated one. These were only made for mint sets. The D and the S is a proof, but the D here is just over 2 million, which for Kennedy halves is a really low mintage. You can see the mint luster on this spiral around it, real nice. Dealer bought a row of them, and a lot of people didn't want to buy them real fast. When I saw it, I said, I'm going to have to get that. And that's probably getting out of the, let's see, those were just Eisenhower dollars. Bold reverse. And you can see how thick the lettering is. That's what they mean by bold reverse. And the thin reverse is the other type, and you can see how thin $1 is. Look at this one again. So that's what those two are. They're not very valuable coins. Let's see if there's anything else in here that's real neat. 88S proof. It's just a copper nickel proof, but it is kind of nice. And then I got, well, that one probably, that's not really a great coin. I don't know. It's in the box because this is all seeded Liberties and stuff. Seeded dimes, Carson City one, that kind of stuff. And I got, you saw the Standing Liberty, but that's just a regular common date, not real particularly valuable. That's a nice looking proof Kennedy, but it's not silver one. And there's a proof Susan B. Anthony, 1980. Yes, the eagle landed on the moon. Now, I don't think New Silver Stacker's around, but he said he loves this back. And mainly on the Ike dollars, but he's got a couple of these too. I don't know if he has a proof one like this, though. And then, well, that's really not a real special coin there. It's just a Benjamin. And it's not a real great condition. Those have to be like perfect condition before they're really worth much. There's a Barber dime that someone wrote F, fine. It's got good details left on it. If I can get the light to hit it. Come on. So it's pretty nice. That's an older Mercury dime here. That's not highly valuable. If it's a 16D, it'd be nice. But thing about them, I wouldn't recommend buying a 16D unless it's graded and authenticated. Because I forgot I had a couple pennies in here. Let's see what's left in here. If there's anything. Oh, here's something. The W Mint quarters. They made them 2 years. I got this one. The other one has 75 on it, and that's Victory in World War II 75th anniversary. Yeah, the 1916 S Mercury, they made quite a few more than the D. The D is, I don't remember exactly, but something like 300,000 of them. So they run kind of high. And there is an older D, which with the mint luster on this one. This is, wow, look at that cartwheel. This one's an uncirculated, or AU 58 probably, because there's no brakes in that mint luster. And I don't really see any wear, so I'm thinking this is a uncirculated. Now, this says it's an uncirculated Benjamin, but it's a very common coin, and they have to have full bell lines, which is right down at the base. There's lines at there, and if they're worn any, you can kind of see them a little. Didn't bring my loop to this. There, see how light's hitting it? Those have to be all the way across full. I think there's a little bit of break right there above the ringer, so it wouldn't make it. Now, technically, they don't even mention that on proofs because they should have it. They're not meant for circulation. Let's see if I can get this to focus. You can kind of see the lines, but it's not wanting to focus there. It's not really doing what I want it to do. Now we got this, which there's an interesting story to these. The United States government made these for the Philippines. We had just taken them from the Spanish in 1898 or whatever it was, and they were under our protection. Now in World War II, they got invaded by the Japanese, and we made more coins for them. They didn't look like these. These are 800 silver, 80%. And this coin will probably be $15 or $16 today just because it's silver amount value. Oh, who's in here now? Mr. Exclusive. How about this? How you like this one? Flying Eagle cent. Or this one. I showed these earlier. You might not have got to see them. Those are great. Now they made them in 1856, but only made 2,000. Now this was a real Confederate half from the Orleans Mint. This is just a copy. It says copyright on it. But this was a real coin, the real actual coin that they made back then. This would be a valuable coin. But this is just a restruck copy. It's not even in silver. I don't know what it's in, but it's certainly not silver. It does not have much weight to it. But it would be a valuable coin. Thousands of dollars. And there's a 40% Kennedy proof. It looks like it's got a few fingerprints on it. But I don't think there's too much towards the back here that's... this is neat. A 10th ounce silver round in the Walking Liberty design. And it has the eagle just like the other one does. And Money Metals Exchange apparently made this because they stamped it. I didn't even realize that because I've bought stuff from them and didn't even remember I had that. There's a silver uncirculated 64. Last year, the silvers. And you can see the mint luster piling off this one. It's really nice. It'd probably be about $6 today. I bought it back when silver was probably $14 or $15 an ounce last year, year before sometime. And there's a 90%. They started making these in 90% silver again for mint sets. And I think they call them the prestige set, and they make quarters and dimes as well. Let's see if I think I have a dime in here and a quarter. Well, there's a quarter right there. It's got some kind of weird something going around the edge here. I don't know what that is, but it's quite a nice looking coin otherwise. There's another 93 one. Bought a little while back. They'd probably be about $12 today. And they don't really put much of a premium on these as loose coins for some reason. I don't know why. They're 90% silver, I think. And there's a 2001. It's also got that weird, I don't really know what that even is. They're very reflective. And I'm just thinking, look at this. The toning on his hair is like he's went to a hairdresser who put some color in his hair and make it, something they would do today. Now there's some toning right on the middle of the coin on the back. But we're almost at the end of this box. Let's see what's else in here. A 2014 90%, $11. A bicentennial half that's silver. A 2013 proof nickel, which looks nice but isn't particularly valuable. Let's see this. Oh, my arm hurts from. I don't know how well you can see it, but right above the words Monticello, if I had my loop here, you might be able to see some steps on this, even with this. Those steps are how they determine a really nice nickel. The problem with nickels is none of them are real valuable. Even more nickels aren't super valuable. And then we have a 64 proof, which is very shiny at the end of the box. I hate these holders. Need to get different ones for it. But in this little Ziploc bag is an interesting thing. It's a half dime. It's had a hole punched in it. I would say drilled, but it's punched. I'm going to have to pull them out to get the other two where you can see them. Let's see. That one's definitely holed. It's an 1877. And this is what they called a love token. It's A&S, which could be Sam and Amanda. I don't know what their names were, but whoever did that's probably long since dead, because they did this back, I don't even know when they started doing these, but they did them in the Depression and stuff. Let's see if we can see this half dime. It's a shame it's got the hole in it, because this thing has decent detail left on it. It's an 1849 Seat of Liberty half dime, and then this one's a bit more slicked, a lot more slicked, but you can still see the date, 1852. And well, it's a dime because the half dime's smaller, but you can no longer really read it. But I got all of them from the jewelry store guy who sells some coins, who someone tried to rob his shop about a month ago, and he took a shot at him in the city, and he got arrested, and he's out on bail now. But some people say he's a little bit hard to work with to get deals, but I ain't had any problem buying stuff from him. Bought quite a few coins. Let's move this box out of the way. I'll open my safe. Well, I thought I was going to open my safe. Ouch. Thought I was going to open my safe, but I typed in the number and it didn't turn. The key's upstairs, so that'll have to wait. I was going to show you my GSA Morgan dollar, Carson City, which is uncirculated. this, if I remember correctly, no, it's not the right way. This is a box of dimes. It starts out with an 1890. Hello, don't ask. How you doing? Finally got this live stream stuff to work. It's an 1897 dime. Good condition, good details still left on it. And the coin dealer I bought it from, these little letters is a secret code he has that lets him know how much he paid for the coin. I've not been able to figure it out because every one of them I bought from him, he didn't put a code on that one. I'm shocked. Let's see, he bought this one. TSRT. I could not begin to tell you what. And this looks like a SSRT. Exactly what that means, I couldn't tell you. But all this is a bunch of dimes, a whole box of them. That's a nice one. Put that back in there where it was. But this goes through Mercury's and into, believe there's some Roosevelt's back here. This one says BU on it. All right, let's pull this one out. I bought this one a little while back, and it's got a yellowish tint to it, a little bit of toning, I guess. But it's $1.50. You can't get them that cheap today. Yeah, I need the secret decoder ring. You're exactly right. Mint wrap dimes. Still in the mint wrap. There must have been a coin in here that somebody wanted in the mint set, and they didn't care about cutting it out and selling it. This one's a 63D, so I got the 63P and D. It's still in the mint wrap, and I got quite a few coins like that. Here's another 63D in the mint wrap. $1.75. Probably cost a little bit more today. Another 63D. The last couple coins in this box, $1.40. You'd probably have to pay $2.25 at least for this today. There's a proof one. Man, that's pretty shiny. I like that. I think that it's just dirt on the coin. There's something in the. It's not on the coin, I don't think. I think it's stuck on the plastic or stuck in the plastic. I'm gonna try to open that safe again because there's something I've got to show that one. It's my nicest coin pretty much. If I can get the damn safe to open, I'll do it. And I'll probably wrap this up here pretty soon after that because it's getting a little late here. I've been on live for 45 minutes almost. Well, I guess I ain't gonna get to show that one tonight because I cannot get the damn safe open without the key. Oh, here's something that was kind of neat. I kind of like this thing. It's what they call a military challenge coin. Although it's not a coin. Most of them are coins. This one's just a playing card. Awarded for excellence. The Gamblers. It's presented by the commander, which is the major, and, the command sergeant major, which that's what all the stuff in the middle of the chevron means. Usually you only see a star for first sergeant, and a diamond and then a star for a sergeant major. But when it's this, which I can't remember what they are, but I was in the military too, it's kind of shameful. But yeah, this dateless Morgan dollar. The story about this is funny. I talked to a coin dealer, and he said his dad was in the business, and he used to go out to Reno And in the 70s, they used to use these Morgan dollars in some slot machines, one-armed bandits. And in order to kind of prevent people from taking the older coins, because I believe they used Ike dollars in it too, but at that time, this was worth more as face value than what the silver was, which isn't the case today. But they've ground the date off so people wouldn't take them home because, you're running a casino. You don't want all your dollar coins disappearing on you. Then people can't play the slots, and it's a lot, it's just a lot of trouble to get more of them. And this is kind of neat. Apparently they made 50 of these, one for each state. This is the Everglades, and it's been coated in 24 karat gold, although the silver might have been acid. I don't know what happened to it, but if this will read this edge, it's trying to. Anyway, it says 24 karat EGP, electric gold plated, but they made one of these for each state apparently. And I bought this one from my dealer because he had a bunch of silver rounds in this, and I didn't even have a bar. This is the first silver bar I ever bought. Now I still only have this one. I'd buy more, but he's unable to get them right now. Used to be he could get them all the time, but he can't get them now. And I got a stack of about 22 of these. They're not worth anything, really. I only paid 50 cents for every one of them I bought. But Churchill's an interesting guy. He led the British during World War II. Stern guy, but he had to be, because if you didn't be that way and you just gave up, what would have happened? Because we had to defeat Hitler and the Nazis and the Germany and Italy and Japan. We had to win, because losing to them, I don't know what would have happened if all the, Russia, Great Britain, United States, and all the other allied countries had to lost the war and had to surrender. I couldn't begin to even think what would happen. Now, I don't think would have stayed under their control, because I think we were revolted crazy all the time and fought. Guerrilla warfare, whatever you want to call it. We would have fought for our freedoms and everything, but losing would have been unthinkable. Anyway, I hope you all enjoyed this live stream. It's just a test of I tried to get this to work before and it's never worked. I guess I did something wrong. I didn't enter the destination or whatever it was, but I had fun, and I hope you did too. But I'm going to go ahead and shut this down now and wish you all good night, because it's like 11 o'clock almost here. So you take care. How am I going to get this to stop?